This episode is brought to you by Cricket Wireless. Ever wonder why people who come to Cricket stay with Cricket? If you think it's because of the blazing fast 5G, well, you'd be right. If you think it's because of the reliable nationwide coverage, then yep, right again. But it's probably also because you get all that and more at a price that'll make you smile. Besides, you wouldn't listen to this podcast at half speed, so why settle for slow wireless service? Upgrade by switching to Cricket today. Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Fees, terms, and other restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, bro, the haters really just don't want to, let me go. They want to, at any given point in chance they can, they just want to attack my streams, attack my YouTube videos, whatever they can, they'll try to do it. And I'm like, bro, nobody wants to be bothered with you guys. Like, what part of that do you not understand? Like, please, just sit down and answer that question. What part of that do you not understand? Like, don't give me some old dumb trolling answer, because you guys suck at trying to troll a person. Give me a legitimate answer. Why can you guys not just leave me alone? Like, I'm curious on that, because I'm like, yo, it comes off as that you guys got, this strange obsession. Like, I was live streaming the other day, and this guy legit was trying to get on me for not having a license. He asked me if I knew how to drive. I said, I know some things. And then he asked me if I had a license. And I was just like, no, I don't. And he was just all like, you're 24 years old with no license. I'm like, bro, there's people out there getting licensed when they're older than me. So I'm like, there's people that probably done lived out their whole life with no license. I'm like, how is that even something? But the crazy part about it was that he joined and he acted like he was pretending to be a fan. And he was just asking me questions. And so I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, the haters that I deal with are some of the most fakest people ever. To fake being a fan. And then I'm like, man, that's sad. That honestly, that just that ruins the trust within the internet and stuff. Honestly, that type of stuff, it makes me hard to trust people and things. I come across people, I'm like, there's people that I know that's cool, and it's okay, they've been here for a while, they chilled, so I'm like, all right, I ain't got nothing to worry about. But it's when you go from acting like you're you're cool with me, and then you go from going to being a hater, I'm like, that's fake. That's super, super fake. I'm like, you might not understand that because you're so caught up and obsessed with everything that I do. But as the time progresses on, people are going to realize that it's them type of people. It's I know you guys don't have no friends. Your family most likely might not want to talk to you. What else? Family dog or family cat might not want to talk to you. I'm saying, you got fake, energy around you, surrounding you. It's sad that people got to carry on like that for whatever reason. I don't know. But anyways, but no, one of the things that these guys had tried to say about me, and they were really trying to push that, that narrative around and stuff, saying that I did this, but they tried to say that I raided their Discord server, whatever. But yeah, they said that I raided it and then was putting gory images or videos or something in the Discord server. And I'm like, where does that even come from? Honestly, does that sound like something I would do? Does that even sound like something that a person would do? I'm saying, first off, I don't be going to these guys' videos to be looking for Discord servers or any of that stuff. I just recently started using Discord to more so communicate with fans, but the fans don't really be on there like they should be, so I really don't. I have to say that I'm really not on Discord, I have a not even on, somewhat on, but mostly off relationship with Discord. I only go on there maybe to, support one of the YouTubers that I react to. But other than that, I really don't be going on Discord. So they tried saying that. But the thing, and then, yeah, saying that I was sharing gory images and stuff. So to speak on that, because that's something that, if you watch my content, if you actually watch my videos, I've said that numerous times in videos where I don't like gory photos, videos, any of that stuff. I don't even like the sound of nasty things. I'm telling you, if my thing is if people blowing their nose. Because at my job, that was something that I spoke. So I'm like, if that's something that I spoke on about my job, then I'm like, okay, well then, yeah, I know you must not have no tolerance for like people getting their heads blown off or any other crazy videos or images on on the internet. But no, I remember at my old job where I would be sitting down eating, right? People like sit in the area where it was a big area, but it was small. It was like you're able to like hear people on the other side. So there would be at times where somebody would be eating, and then out of nowhere, you just hear somebody just blowing the crap out their nose. And I'm looking over there like, you couldn't have went to the bathroom and did that. I can't even eat my food now. Like, honestly, like, I'm over here eating some eggs, some scrambled eggs, and now I just look at them and I'm like, bro, that's what just came out their nose. Like, no. I'm all like, nah, can't eat my food no more. There's been numerous times where I've had to, that's why I would recommend, if you got an area like that where it's like a big, like if you like work at a cafe or a diner or a restaurant, whatever, and there's people out, like, have you some headphones. Well, actually, no, because they was all like, you can't even listen to your music because there was like somebody, I remember at my old job, somebody had like burnt themselves with some grease because wasn't paying attention and they were listening to their music. And I'm like, okay, well, what that got to do with me? Like, I'm not that person. I'm a completely different person. I'm like, I pay attention to my surroundings if I'm listening to music. So, anyways, yeah, it's one of those things. I'm like, man, I found it gross. I found it super disgusting and nasty. And I'm like, yo, y'all got to go to the bathroom or freaking go outside with that. Because I'm like, I'm not trying to hear that. So, but that type of stuff grosses me out. So, my question to you, if things like that, if things of people blowing their nose, if that grosses me out, what makes you think I'm going to be going around finding videos or photos of people getting killed or whatever, or gory videos or whatever what was being shown? But the thing is like, I've seen videos and, stuff out there like that where it's been like, people getting killed. Like, I've seen so many different types where that stuff would like mentally scar you, especially when you see it at a young age. Like, that stuff will mentally scar you. There's videos I seen years ago. It's crazy how I will watch a video last week, forget all about it, but some gory, crazy video that I seen when I was like in middle school or freaking early ages of high school, like, I remember that stuff vividly well. And it's stuff that I wish I can stop thinking about. But I'm like, no, that's stuff that I remember. I hate those type of videos. I do. I even hate videos where it's like, I got like some, vegan friends. So, of course, they'll share like stuff of like cows and pigs getting killed. I don't even like stuff like that. And I try posting it and I try telling people, I'm like, hey, look, I understand that the message that you're trying to get across, I don't think that that's the type of stuff. When I'm coming on here on Instagram, I follow like sneaker pages, my friends. I follow freaking celebrities, I follow like just the things that I look for, but when I'm like following, I'm not looking for stuff like that. I'm not looking for animals and people and all that stuff, getting killed. I don't even like seeing videos of bugs getting killed. That stuff to me, it's just all that type of stuff. Like, well, bugs with bugs, I'm like, yeah, it's nasty. I ain't trying to see all that stuff. But with people and animals, I'm like, yo, that's just kind of like, I don't think people wants to see stuff like that, especially when they're not expecting it. I remember there was this one model, at some point in time, I did unfollow her. It wasn't for that reason. I just unfollowed her because I just didn't want to follow her no more. But anyways, I remember I did reach out to her. And I told her, I was like, hey, look, because she shared this video of a pig getting killed, and it was like to overall promote vegan food. And I'm like, hey, look, I understand the message that you're trying to get across, 100%. I'm like, but I just don't need to see videos like this. You could have had some super long article, a photo of, just vegan food and said what you needed to say. I still would have the same amount of respect and support for it. But when you share videos of a pig getting slaughtered, I'm like, bro, I didn't need to see that. I didn't follow you on Instagram for that reason. I followed her because I think I seen her in a music video. And then when I went on her account, she seemed like a cool person. But then when she shared that, I was like, no. I don't want to see stuff like that. So I just remember at some point in time I did unfollow her. But I was like, yeah, I don't need to see stuff. Like, I've seen videos of like dogs getting killed. And it's some of the most like saddest videos I think I've ever seen, like of just, you know, an animal fighting for its life. That type of stuff I just don't come across, or that type of stuff I just don't be going out of my way to look for, you know? Like I remember when I was introduced to the website 4chan. I would recommend nobody not going on 4chan. Do not touch that website. Don't go on that website. Don't do anything regarding that website, okay? But I remember a friend in school told me about that website. I went out of my way to look on it, seen some of the most craziest videos I've ever seen on that website. And then I remember it was at some point in time I started working on Try Not to Laugh videos, and I heard 4chan was a good place to go to. Went back there again, and I was like, bro, I'd stay away from 4chan. I'm like, honestly, I have no reason to go on that website whatsoever. I'm like, whatever I'm looking for, I will find it on other websites. But and then there's like that one like that Reddit 50-50 challenge. I'm like, I remember I did that because I think somebody had asked me for it, but I didn't realize like that they shared Gory. So I was like, I was already like halfway through the video and was like, oh, yep. I'm like, this is what you overall see. So I'm like, it's stuff like that I stay away from. I don't go out of my way to like look for that type of stuff. I don't. I hate it. I'm like, I truly, with a passion, hate that type of stuff. And then there's even been times like with friends where they've shared videos of people getting killed, and I'm like, what makes you think anybody that you're friends with wants to see that video? What made you, what was you thinking about? Like, I don't care if it's a close friend. I don't care if it's a mutual friend or somebody that I just met. I'm like, why would you think somebody would want to see that? I'm like, nobody wants to see no cartel videos, no gang-related video, none of that stuff. I do not want to see no videos of nobody getting killed or dead. That's like one thing where people, I'm like, I just hate when people be trying to record stuff with a camera. But, so, when the rapper XXXTentacion, when he passed away, first video I seen of his was of him in his car dead. That's something that I didn't need to see. Especially being a big fan of X. I was like, I didn't need to see that video. That was one of the first videos I seen. I seen the post that Ski made about him. I seen some posts either from Worldstar or TMZ. Then I seen the video. That video was probably one of the most traumatizing videos I've ever seen, because it's a person that I listen to on a regular. I listen to X every single day. Every single day. I would have to say, like, I might have not had like merch. I might have not had posters. I might have never been to a show. I would have to say you know, when he was alive. I mean, even now, like, I still support the man's music and everything that he created. But that image of him in that car, dead, that's something that you can't forget. That's something where I'm like, I try to avoid it. I try to, and it makes me mad when I see people sharing it like it's a joke, like it's funny and things. Even when Trayvon Martin, when they were people like, I remember I seen Trayvon, because there's photos traveling around of him dead. If you guys don't know the Trayvon Martin situation, so he was walking home. This guy named George Zimmerman thought he was up to no good, and he was literally just walking home minding his own business. And George Zimmerman chased them down, shot and killed them. No reason whatsoever. Trayvon Martin was literally fighting for his life, and then there's audio recording of, you can hear Trayvon Martin like crying, pleading for his life. You just hear a gunshot go off, and then the screaming stop. And then there's a photo traveling around of Trayvon Martin laid out dead in the area that he overall died in. And I'm like, I didn't need to see that. But what I also don't like is people making jokes and memes about it. I don't understand. I'm like, bruh, that type of stuff. I'm like, bro, I've unfriended people for sharing them like crazy gory videos. I've unfollowed people. I'm like, look, I don't need to see that. I don't. So now talking to my haters, why would you guys think that I would go out of my way or go send other people out of their way to stop watching? My thing is, the only thing that I want my fans to do, and that's something that I've said numerous times in videos, podcast episodes, everything. The only thing that I want my fans to do, watch my videos, support what I got going on. But when I'm beefing with people, don't get in the mix of it. Because I can't live with the fact of a fan, being hurt by something one of my haters has said. So that's why I'm like, look, I'm like, no, you guys just watch my videos, go to my live streams, listen to my podcast, watch my TikTok videos, do what you want to do. Don't get involved with my haters. I've said that numerous times. I've said that long before I started beefing with these guys. So that's why I'm like, what are you talking about? My thing is, it's like, who was the fan? Because obviously they're not a fan of me. I'm all like, they must have lied and told y'all like, oh yeah, fan of TMossBoss. Like, you guys acting like y'all don't be going around like pissing people off and making them upset. You guys led that stuff to your Discord server. I ain't had nothing to do with that. That ain't even me. My thing is like, look, I know people are going to probably be all like, oh, well, prove it. I don't have to prove nothing. Take my word for it. In fact, take 6 years worth of my words for it. I've been talking on that, how I do not want my fans to get involved, how I don't like gory stuff. If y'all don't believe me, that is on you. That is 100% complete. That's one thing where I'm like, they always like say, prove it, or show proof. And they never be like, they never listen to it. It doesn't matter how many times I'll show proof, I'll do all that stuff. They don't be listening to that. So that's why I'm like, I'm done with that, man. I'm 100% done with that. But I know I do not go out my way to be sharing no gory photos, videos, whatever y'all was claiming what was in your Discord server. Y'all made some people upset and y'all brought that on yourself. That ain't had nothing to do with me. I don't care what that person said. I don't care what that person was doing. Y'all, that's, you handle it. You handle it. I don't know why they was, and then what was funny was like, they were coming to me trying to have me like, oh, tell your fan to stop. Who are y'all even talking about? They never even showed me or told me who the fan was. So that's why I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm like, you guys is tripping, bro. But anyways, but yeah, after that, I was just all like, bro, they ain't got nothing to do with me. You guys handle it. I'm like, just all that time where I was like, you guys was hating on my videos for literally no reason. I'm like, and y'all was just all like, oh, it's like, oh, you gotta do it on your own. You gotta do it on your own, which I was. I'm like, so now you guys gotta do this on your own. I'm like, but they ain't got nothing to do with me. So anyways, yeah. I was like, I just found that stupid that they was all like, that they were really trying to blame that on me. And I'm all like, they ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm like, that's all on you guys. I'm like, y'all the ones that be making everybody mad and stuff, pissing people off, that literally don't be even doing nothing to you guys. I feel like everybody that they've ever, outside of me, and you know what, to throw me in there too, to throw me in the mix, every person that they've beefed with, it's always been something where they went out of their way. They have been influenced by some video, and now they're going out of their way to attack that content creator. And so I'm all like, that's on you guys. I'm like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You guys is the one to that be going around attacking people for no reason. You name one time I went out of my way to go attack somebody from your guys' circle of whatever y'all want to call yourselves. But for the most part, I'm chilling. If I do attack anybody, it's because I feel like I'm being attacked. So I'm all like, hey, we just gonna be some attacking people. But anyways, yeah. I will talk to y'all later because I'm going to cut this short. I actually got some videos and some other things to work on. I actually got to post today's podcast episode, which is like season. I don't even freaking know what season I'm posting. But anyways, and I think, yeah, I got to post a gaming video too. So I will talk to you guys later. I appreciate all my fans for supporting me, for supporting my videos, supporting my content. If you do stuff like, if you go to these guys' Discord servers and be rating it with gory photos and videos, you ain't no fan of me. Don't even call yourself a fan of me. You are not a fan of me if you are. If it was a fan that actually was doing that, you're not a fan of me. I don't care who you are. You could be my biggest fan. You could be my least biggest fan. You're not a fan of me. I'm not going to consider you. You can go ahead and consider yourself a fan. But if I ever find out, if somebody were to come out and tell me that they did some stuff like that, I'm like, why are you telling me that? I'm like, I don't care for that. And I'm like, plus you ain't no fan of me for doing stuff like that. Why would you think people would want to see that? You don't know how people handle that type of stuff, or they've never seen that type of stuff before. So I'm like, no. I'm all like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't condone that. I don't support that, any of it. So I'm like, I'm not going to apologize, because I'm like, they're expecting me to apologize for that. I'm like, what am I apologizing for? I'm not apologizing for something I wasn't even a part of. I'm like, even if I was a part of it, I still wouldn't apologize for it. So Anyways, yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Check out my merch store. New merch is up. Check out my Twitch stream. Just search up TMossBoss and you'll find it. And yeah, meantime, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys. Oh yeah, and check out all my YouTube channels. You go to my main channel, you'll find all my other YouTube channels. But anyways, talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.